these PTZ cameras are in demand in houses of worship, sports, and schools all over the country right now. Everybody who wants to not only stream with a high-resolution video, but they don't want to add a camera person, either because there isn't a trained one available or because social distancing rules won't allow them to. Now they have the robotic PTZ control to let that camera get everything that they need to capture.
And you can get PTZ control in a lot of different ways. You can integrate it into your studio if you have mixing like TriCast. You can get a PTZ controller as well.
Yep.
A lot of the PTZ companies have apps you can run on your phone.
Yep.
And also you have presets with a remote that they give you that you can operate too. And what we found in education, it tends to be mainly done with presets, where you'll have a camera that'll have 3 or 4 presets in it, and you'll switch the presets for ease of use and quick changes. But no matter how you're going to use it, it still replaces a body in the room, which, you know,
yes.
If I'm going to teach a class and I'm limited to 50% of my lecture center, and I have to have a camera person, that takes a student out of the classroom.
Absolutely.
If I can put this camera back there, I get an extra student in the classroom.
Absolutely. So we're going to kick off this conversation talking about PTZOptics, which has been very successful here at Broadfield. The great thing about the PTZOptics cameras is they do have HDMI, SDI, or NDI cameras available. All of them are available in either a gray or a white, the 12X, 20X, or 30X. And we've seen that 30X model probably being the one that is in the most demand.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's the toughest one to get. And to all our dealers with back orders, we're sorry. We're doing everything we can to get them. We're working closely with the folks at PTZOptics. They're working closely with their, source vendors in China. The bottom line is they just did not expect, these to be, the demand quadrupled on them. We stripped out everything there was, and now they're gearing up and trying to make as many as possible, and hold tight if you can. I just want to talk a little about NDI. And this is an overflow that'll go to more products than that. But if you're into technology in schools, NDI is definitely something you want to invest in as a deal. I want to remind everyone, NDI is a single cable, an Ethernet cable. That's the video going one direction and all the control and the tally through the other direction. It's something that if you're looking to do and you're looking to be advanced and getting in there and being really known as the techie guys who have a better way of doing things, NDI really is that better way, and you really want to learn more about it if you're in this space.
And I'll go back to what we talked about earlier with the Sling Studio Hub. One of the things that makes it great in these retrofit applications is that it's a wireless communication. NDI gives you one cable to allow to run to the camera to get both video, power, and control all over that single cable.
Yeah.
And it's a single Cat 6 wiring.
And it's, for most schools have Cat 6 or 5E
Exactly.
or 5+E. So as long as you've got that in there and you've got the switches, you can really do some great stuff. So we've done other shows on NDI. I don't want to dwell on it too much, but I thought we had to talk about it a little bit.
You know what? Because it's a topic that's going to come up again and again, because even some of the new products being introduced by PTZOptics have that NDI option available for it. Yeah. One of the coolest new products, I think, is the HuddelCamHD EPTZ.
Yes.
This EPTZ is an electronic PTZ where the camera itself is fixed, either in this HuddelCam webcam, I'm going to skip ahead for a second, or in the Zcam form factor. And the greatest thing about this EPTZ is you can take a 4K image and pan to any HD area of that to create that same robotic control without controlling anything.
Yeah. And I love this camera because I can put this camera on top of a smart board in my school. I can take the USB output of this into a computer. I have the smart board feeding into a computer. Now you can mix between the two presentations, but I can have the camera seeing the kids in the class and the teacher if they want to face it. It's used in AV first, for corporate stuff, but I think it works so well as a non-obtrusive camera you can put in the classroom, and with the HD, regions of interest, you can see the kids in the back of the room, you can see the kids in the front of the room, you have the wide shot, very cool stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then the same is true with the Zcam form factor, which is PTZOptics box camera, available in either a dual SDI or an NDI version. The thing that's interesting about the dual SDI version is if you're dealing with a school that has a production system in place, this is a real inexpensive way to take up two of the inputs. So you feed one camera in, you can always have the, the wide angle feed into one of the SDI outputs, and then have your region of interest feed into the other.
Yeah, it's very cool, and it's a great solution when you have a room that's already a production environment.
Absolutely.